Alright, well here's the second part of me trying to learn how to use the AK. I'm playing with Fig and Saturate BB, just in a small party of 3. Got a reasonable amount of Roman numerals on either side. Not a totally fair game, to be honest. I think we've got the edge there, but still, they should be able to get some kills. Alright, so the whole point of this is I'm trying to learn how to use the AK. I'm sort of forcing myself to use it. Use it far more than often. Like if you know my videos, you'll know I usually just use the FAL and the pistol. And I get a nice first medal off of that guy. The guy who was holding hands with the guy with Come Get Some. At this point I'm not very confident in my AK skills. You know, it's not the weapon I'd choose to use. Like I prefer the pistol or the FAL or even the M4. But whatever, I try and put myself out of my comfort zone and use it more. And what that means is I can use the AK and become a bit more of a run and gun player, become a bit more useful to my team, because when I use the FAL I'm usually sort of more of a support character. That's what it is. Sort of from medium to long ranges, just sort of helping out on people who usually haven't seen me. So the idea of this is I can just get right up close and work on my AK aim. Bet that guy's regretting using Come Get Some. Okay, I see that guy. Might not have seen him if he hadn't been using a bright skeleton. But I get a headshot, so that was pretty lucky. Here you go, pick up the golden AK. There's been a lot of controversy about if the golden AK is worse than the regular AK. To be honest, I think it is. But I've been using the golden AK for the majority of my Uncharted 2 playtime. Why I haven't really been using it that much, it's simply because I don't think it's as good. I think it's got way too much spread. Because I've noticed when I've had one-on-one gunfights and I've got the golden AK and people have the regular AK, I've noticed they'll be able to spray from whatever distance they're at and still get the kill, and I'll have to be bursting it just in order to make the crosshair go red, just to make sure every bullet's hitting them. But whatever, it's all I've got. The challenge is I've got to use the AK, so I use whatever's there. So I just have to stick with the golden AK for now. Alright, now I can feel a little more comfortable. I've got the regular AK back. My teammate Fig, he's got my back there. He's helped me out with a guy I couldn't possibly get. I ignore the M4 there, because like I've said, the challenge is I've got to use the AK. I probably would be more comfortable with the M4 at this point. If I had switched to my pistol sooner, I would have got those guys, or I would have got one of them at least. Oh, I knew that guy had the hammer, but luckily he also had Come Get Some, so I knew where he was. I just ran around that corner, didn't even bother going for the melee. I mean, what's the point? Might as well just hold down R1. But anyway, I ignore that hammer he's just dropped and go back to the M4. Like, we're winning by a fair amount of points. There's no point in me just grabbing a power weapon now. Like, especially when I'm trying to work on my aiming. that guy's a little bit laggy. He comes from Germany. Which, don't get me wrong, Germany doesn't necessarily equal lag, it's just it's quite a fair distance from where I am. I roll right into that guy's revenge grenade. Because, you know, I panicked because the guy had the sniper rifle. Anyway, I spawn right into where these two guys are running. I should not be spawning there. You know, if people are running towards a spawn point and they're going to run right past me, then I shouldn't spawn there. It's as simple as that. Well, I guess it isn't as simple as that. There's a fair amount of mathematics and etc. that the game developers have got to bear in mind. But whatever, I get shot through the wall again from that guy. $19 and 4. I could have made that possibly 19 and 2, but we can't complain. That's a nice score all the same.